Okay, I'm going to show you 4 basic things that I think absolutely is the very base bottom of barrel racing. And if you have these 4 things, you can start your horse on the barrels before you get them totally broke, totally going. And I do want to clarify again, there's more than one way to skin a cat. This is our way, and that's why you tuned in to hear that. But there's lots of ways to do things, and I think a lot of them end up the same place, but this is the way we do it. The first thing your horse needs to know is when you leap forward, that means go. And when you sit back, that means ho. This means go, this means ho. The body position, all right? When you're running to a barrel, you sit, that means whoa. It means collect for your turn. Okay, that's the first 2. Go, whoa. Then the next 2 are, your horse needs to know how to pick up his shoulder or get soft in the rib cage, both directions. And then the 4th one is make a turn, both directions, with forward movement, shoulder up, rib cage bent. So that's the 4 things your horse needs to know. I don't believe that you should overbreak a horse before you start him on the pattern. I think if you get a horse so broke, you'll take away some of its natural balance and the way they want to do things. You can show them and teach them the way you want them to do it, but then you have to let them kind of find their own legs. So let's take those 4 things and go to Jordon and just show how they apply to the barrel pattern. So when she leans forward, that means go to the horse. And she's looking where she's going. She's going to sit, that means ho to the horse. It means begin preparation for a turn. Get your legs underneath you. Now we got to pick up the shoulder and good body bend, and then turn the barrel. 4 things. And you can show your horse the pattern. That means go. That means whoa. See your butt sit in the saddle? She's picking up his shoulder, getting him soft in the rib cage, and then making a turn. Looking exactly where she's going the next time. It's so important where you're looking. You're going to go where you look. It's so important to your horse. Don't look down at the barrel. Look up where you're going, just like you're driving a car. That, I can't tell you, I stress and stress that's so important. When you're riding, just doing everyday things, just see how much difference it makes when you look up. We love pole bending. I think it's really good for horses, and it's really good for your horse's mind and your mind. It teaches you control at a lot of speeds, and horses seem to like it. I haven't had very many ever that didn't like poles. If you don't have a real big place, it's a different thing for you to do on your horse, and we believe in doing everything on your horse. Opening gates, go get your mail, anything you could possibly do on your horse, do it. Just stay on your horse, do different things, keep their mind fresh, don't ever let them get bored. So pole bending is a way to show a lot of basics, how it works. You can check out your body position. So we're going to go to Jordon, and she's going to talk us through and tell us what she feels and what she's doing.
Poles is a great basic for your young horse and your older horse. My young horse, I hate loping in circles, so I will lope him in circles for just a little bit to get their edge off of, and I'll do poles a bunch to get the rest of the edge off of them, and it keeps them fresh, and so does it keep your older horse fresh. What I do in poles is I go up to this end pole and I will do a meltdown. Meltdown is just it's not just a complete stop, but it's just feeling their hind legs come underneath them, their butt kind of go down, you sit in the saddle, and it's just, the best word for it is just a melt. Then I get my bend, my forward motion, and go around the poles. We do a zigzag poles where we go over here, then we go to points. We don't really bend our horses through the poles. This is a great way to get forward motion with your horses. Keep them going forward all the time, four-wheel drive, all 4 legs are moving at one time. Then I get my meltdown, I feel my horse squat underneath himself, waiting for me to sit down, get my bend, come back around. I get my forward motion again, going through the poles. This is just a great exercise for any age of horses, whether you do poles or not. It's just a good way to keep your horses fresh and good. Get my sit, I felt my horse squat even if he didn't even stop.